Pez Cantina is the latest project of Chef Bret Thompson, who has previously won acclaim for his work as Patina Group Executive Chef, as the co-founder of Milk Ice Cream Parlor. Right? Yeah, Milk Ice Cream Parlor, hands clapping. Yeah, who doesn't like ice cream, right? Okay, okay. Just a short walk from Walt Disney Concert Hall in downtown LA, restaurant lovers are flocking to his Pez Cantina, a sustainable coastal Mexican-style restaurant serving the freshest sea-to-land dishes in an oasis-style atmosphere. Now, during his culinary journey, he worked alongside Chef Roy Yamaguchi in Hawaii and trained with Michelin-starred chefs in Europe, and been honored Orange County Chef of the Year at Qatar. Isn't that great? Give him a round of applause for that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your chef, Bret Thompson! Hey, how are you?
Thanks for great info.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
that was just for you.
Yeah, thanks. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Now, you know what? Other than the fact that we are really, really happy that you're here, what will you be cooking for us today, Chef?
Ceviche Tostadas.
Ceviche Tostadas. Let me tell you, one of the young men in the audience, he just went, hit the guy next to him, was like, I told you. Yeah.
You know, it's perfect for a day like today. This weather is just
it's
unseasonably hot.
Yeah. But it's great. I mean, it's not raining today. It's not snowing. You know what I mean?
Well, anything can happen at Disneyland, right? Snow is like,
Right.
It's gonna start snowing any second.
Don't you say that. Don't you say that. It just might with our interesting weather we have in California, right?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, take it away, Chef.
So, anyone bring the margaritas? No one? All right, after. Oh, there you go. There you
He
go.
put his cup up. Me too.
Hello, everybody. Chef Bret Thompson. I'm the chef and owner of Pez Cantina in downtown Los Angeles. My lovely wife Lucy, who's in the back, she's my business partner, my sane half.
Give her a round of applause.
My two lovely boys in the back, also Levi and Luke. Thanks, little sous chefs.
Nice.
Yeah, they are. They're at home. I put them right on the counter, not too close to the stove, and they help me out. You'd be surprised.
Perfect.
But so we've got a great spot. As Quami said, we opened an ice cream parlor called Milk is in Hollywood. And I'm glad to see some of you know that. And it's been a great, it's 8 years since we opened up. I can't believe it.
Wow.
And so we opened up Pez Cantina about 15 months ago, and it's, Lucy and I's biggest venture to date. We have about 160 seats. It's right in Bunker Hill in the financial district, and it's a really fun, festive place. Great music, live music on the weekends, live salsa on our patio.
Nice.
And the food is all about, really accessible, good Mexican food, kind of street-style Mexican food, but done, it's on a nice level, and the service is great, of course, and great drinks. So we definitely invite you to come visit us sometime, please.
All right.
So today we're doing Ceviche Tostadas, and this is one of the things I get really excited about at the restaurant. I put a lot of emphasis on seafood at the restaurant. I love seafood. The concept kind of comes from our trips to Mexico. We go fishing and diving in Mexico a lot, and thought, what the heck, let's open a big seafood restaurant in downtown LA. I don't know what I was thinking, but 15 months later, we're doing okay, thank God. And so we, do, of course, meats and that kind of stuff, but one of the most popular dishes we have, actually, we do give a little tostadita of ceviche to all of our guests who come in. It's with ceviche, and so we do ceviche with different fish. We usually use, most of the time we use fish that are local. We try to use local fish. That's a big thing at the restaurant to do, is using local fish. And local meaning either from the Pacific Ocean, from British Columbia down to Mexico, and then into the Sea of Cortez. In the Sea of Cortez, a lot of our fish comes from there, which is yellowtail, mahi-mahi, and that kind of stuff. And today we're making our ceviche with albacore. And the albacore we're using today is from, actually off the coast of Oregon. So it's pretty local. And I like using albacore tuna because, ceviche, just to kind of break through the mystic, what is ceviche? Well, ceviche basically is in my mind, any seafood cooked with lemon and salt. It could be shrimp, it could be octopus, it could be any kind of fish. I like albacore tuna because it's nice to basically marinate and eat right there. It's kind of like ahi tuna, one of those fish that really doesn't need to be broken down because it's so tender as it is. Okay, so that's why I've chosen that. Plus, it's in season right now, and it's a great mild fish. So I've got this magically cut albacore tuna loin.
That's right.
And you can see it's very, very soft, and it's just one of my favorite pieces of fish. Can you see this?
Oh yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Great.
And what I'll do is I'll cut it into cubes, small cubes.
That really looks good. The color and everything.
Yeah, the color's amazing. This is one of my favorite. Like I said, I'm like kind of. One thing about albacore tuna, it's very, very soft, the meat. So you kind of have to lubricate the knife almost with a little bit of cold water. And I cut it pretty small. You know, it just feels a little better in the mouth when you've got smaller pieces.
Okay.
And then in the ceviche as well, you know, the traditional ingredients are tomato, cucumber, cilantro, scallions, red onion, avocado. You know, you can do a lot of different things, but you know, those are the sort of the traditional stuff. I'll put pickled onions, I'll put pickled cauliflower, I'll do kind of different pickling stuff like that, which is really great. And so it's enough. All right, so then we're just going to marinate this.
Diced. Perfect.
Yes.
Really good. Yeah.
There we go. Right, so we got a little lemon juice.
Oh, there we go.
I was gonna say, where is the salt and pepper? It better be out here. Oh my gosh. My lifeline, I need the salt and pepper. Yeah, salt and pepper and everything. So I heavily season this with salt. You can see it's pretty good amount of salt in there. And I like to put some pepper in there as well. And I kind of just mix it up. And right when you start putting all that stuff in there, the salt and the acid from the lemon juice, it starts turning white right away. And so basically what I'll do is I'll mix it like this, and I'll let it sit for, as soon as a minute or two, or maybe an hour. So what I have here is this, magically cooked fish already. Can you believe it? Yeah.
It's amazing.
I gotta bring some of this magic back to the restaurant. It's just incredible. I think I could just basically work by myself.
Right.
Cut my labor costs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
you see magic.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, how does these things work again? I'm just kidding, I know. All right, so we've got some hot oil on there. I'm gonna show you how it is. I've got some fresh tostadas. And you can buy tostadas in the market. They're already done, I won't name the brands, but you can go to the tortilla section and there's many tostadas, but I like to fry my own. The difference between a fried and one that you've already got is it's a big difference. It's very, very easy. It just takes a little bit of patience and finding the right temperature on the oil. So let's see if our temperature is good here. Perfect. So you see how it kind of sizzles right when you put it in there?
Yep.
All right, so kind of get it down there. It's actually a little bit hot.
So what would be a good temperature to right? Just about.
At the restaurant, we're fortunate to have these really great stoves, these fryers that give the temperature. About 350 is good.
350. Okay.
Yeah, and it's browning up pretty fast. But I mean, the difference between having a fresh ceviche on this as opposed to something that was fried weeks ago is huge. So it makes a big difference.
Okay.
All right.
It smells great.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit, and at the same time here, I'm gonna get this. Let's see if we can get this other one going here.
Okay. There we go.
Does anyone make ceviche at home?
Wait.
Homemade?
1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, 6. 6 out of the crowd makes ceviche.
All right, so that's a good color
yeah.
right there. Kind of see it's nice and brown. All right, so get a cooler spoon here. So I'm gonna take some of the cooked ceviche, put it in here. You see it's really turned white. And really important, I don't put any of this existing juice in here, because this is pretty much all the blood and just kind of the water from the muscle of the fish, and it's kind of dirty in a way. You could eat it, but I prefer to put fresh lemon juice or fresh lime juice in there, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So we could save the rest of it for later, so that's probably good enough for there. And then all the rest of the ingredients are all fresh, So we've got freshly diced cucumbers, and I use Persian cucumbers. I don't know if you've ever seen Persian cucumbers before, but they're little, small, almost like pickling cucumbers. And the reason I use Persian cucumbers as opposed to anything else is because The skin is very thin, and there's not really, they have very small seeds, so you can use the whole thing without peeling it. Now, when I'm making a ceviche at the restaurant, basically we use about 50% vegetables and 50% fish. So that's a good ratio. Otherwise, we'll be, basically breaking even, and we need to make a little bit of money to stay in business. So I put a little bit of red onion in there, put a little bit of scallion, and not too much because some people don't like too much onion. I like a lot of onion. I love cilantro as well, so put some chopped cilantro in there. All right, and fresh lime juice. I like lime juice as opposed to lemon juice.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Lime juice. Lemon juice is it's a lot sweeter than lime juice. Lime juice is pretty bitey, so I really like that bite of that.
Okay.
And then I've got extra virgin olive oil. So I guess extra virgin olive oil is sort of like an influence of maybe the European food I've been doing. I don't think a lot of chefs maybe put extra virgin olive oil on the ceviche, but it kind of gives it a rounded off flavor, not just the acid, but it kind of gives it a little bit of round flavor. So pretty good amount of that. And of course, salt and pepper.
Right. And isn't it that the extra virgin olive oil has that peppery, kind of like a light pepper to it too?
If you have a really good extra virgin olive oil, it is spicy. It's kind of got almost like if you eat like a clove of garlic, how it's kind of spicy, or like fresh ginger. Kind of get that kind of spice to it.
All right.
So you can see it's colorful, fresh. This is like one of my favorite dishes to do right here.
And it smells wonderful.
Yeah, this is really great.
Yeah.
Can you all smell a little bit? Smell-o-vision? This is
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you, the day that comes out, there'll be a lot of people missing work. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. My gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so for the presentation, what we're going to do is this. First of all, we're going to get a little pretty and kind of do some decoration on the plate or something. I don't know. I like messing with this kind of stuff. This is called chili puya aioli. A chili puya is it's kind of a cross between a chili de árbol and a chili guajillo. It's not as spicy as an árbol chili, not as big as a guajillo chili, but it's kind of got that smoky, tobacco-y, saffron-y kind of flavor of the guajillo. So we've made an oil with that by basically toasting the chilies, garlic, and oil, which I was going to attempt on doing, but I can't get this one to turn on right now, so sorry. But basically I just, sorry. I'm very good at explaining it. So we take the chilies and garlic and oil, we sizzle them and we blend them in a blender, and we get a chili puya oil, and then we add anyone know how to make like an aioli or a mayonnaise? Egg yolks into like your food processor, and you add the oil slowly. So instead of adding oil, we add the chili puya oil. That's why you get this fabulous color. Yeah, it's really good. So we make a lot of different like aiolis using infused oil. So if you use like a basil oil, then you get this really bright basil aioli. So it's really fun, and it looks really nice. So kind of some little streaks on the plate. How's that?
Nice.
Mickey ears? No, I won't even go there. I won't even go there.
You said Mickey ears, and someone in the audience was like, really?
So we put a little bit of something tostada. And this is something, before we opened up Pez Cantina, and throughout my childhood we've been traveling to Mexico, and you see some chefs putting aiolis or mayonnaises on tacos or on tostadas, and it really gives it this really rich, nice sort of background, and I love that. And so we put some of the ceviche on top of that. So you could put the ceviche just on a tostada without the aioli. Obviously that'll work really nicely, but that really rich, and I put a good amount of lemon juice into the aioli, so it's got like a nice acidity to it as well. And I don't top them too much. I mean, basically the thing is I want to be able to like pick them up and eat them like a little, with my hands and not have them fall over the place. All right. And then some avocado, of course. Some fresh avocado.
Fresh avocado.
And a little trick, I'm sure many of you know this, but cut it right in half, hit the seed. If you want, you kind of just tap it like this, the seed comes right out. And then slice a little bit up for the tostada. Right now, avocados, we're getting kind of just transitioning to the California avocado crop, which are really nice. Definitely, again, we like supporting our local farmers. We do that with a lot of our farmers. A couple slices of avocado on top like that. And then what we have here is pickled onions. I pickle a lot of things. I pickle onions, I pickle cauliflower, broccoli. These are turmeric pickled onions. So what we do is we're going to be getting some recipes to hand out. And on there I have the recipe for this. It's very simple, just boiling vinegar, adding fresh turmeric root, if you know what turmeric is. It's a root that is used to make curry yellow, mustard yellow, this kind of stuff. And it's pretty, and it's also very, very delicious. So it kind of gives it a little contrast against the green avocado. And then a little drizzle of the chili puya oil as well. And I really wish you could try this, you guys. It's so good. It's just so smoky and I love it. And it's not that spicy. And again, I'm making like the ultimate tostada here. You don't have to go at this depth, with your tostadas. And then this here, this is actually from my garden. They're called borage blossoms. And borage is a plant that sort of magically just grows in my garden around this time of the year in spring. Once it kind of like goes to seed in July, it just throws the seeds all over my garden. And then all of a sudden, in February, you start seeing these little borage plants growing, and you get these really gorgeous borage blossoms. And they kind of have a flavor of like melon, oyster, cucumber, kind of that direction. And it just works perfect with seafood. So we put a couple of those on top. And I use these for ceviches, aguas chiles. We do like a lot of different mariscos at the restaurant. And you can see, the color is just like fantastic. So
that's a picture right there.
Right?
That's literally a picture.
Thanks, Quami.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And that's pretty much it right there. That's a nice looking little dish right there. Definitely a great dish for, combine that with some grilled meats in the summertime.
There you go.
So, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm actually going to dig into one real quick. So, sorry.
No, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
Rob.
I know he was good too.
Where's the margarita guy? Yeah, somewhere over here. There we go. Maybe wash it down later.
Wow. It's delicious. It looks like it belongs in like Food Vogue. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
because it looks really good. The flowers and everything. You know what? How would you like to get some questions from our audience?
That sounds good.
Want to try that?
Absolutely.
Let's do that. Let's get some questions from our audience, because I know some of the things you were mentioning, they had a giant question mark over their head. So we're going to try that. All right? Any questions from our audience? Any questions? There we go. Yeah. All right.
What kind of salt did you use?
Oh, that's good.
Well, I usually use kosher salt or sea salt. In this case, I use kosher salt. I never use iodized salt. I don't even allow it in our kitchen at the restaurant, nor at home. When your hands are wet, like when you're doing any cooking or it's got oil, regular salt just sticks, and kosher salt seems to kind of fall off, and it's easily distributed as well. And sea salt, there's so many different kinds of sea salt, but I prefer to use sea salt if I can. This is actually kosher salt though.
We have another question. Yeah. Let me old track these. All right, good. Here we go.
Is there anything different you do when you do the shrimp ceviche or not?
The shrimp ceviche, if you go to Mexico and you get a shrimp ceviche or a shrimp aguachile, a lot of times, even in like East LA, we go to these great trucks, and you'll find the shrimp ceviche, and it's still purple, the shrimp. They're like freshly marinated. I personally like them a little bit farther along. My perfect shrimp ceviche for me is about an hour and a half marinade. At that point, you're kind of just going from purple to that beautiful orange color. So it's a little bit longer of a marinade, but it's a great question. Or if I need it like this, I'll boil them real quick and then marinate them.
It's the same recipe you did up here?
Yeah, Jim, I generally keep it pretty simple. Tomato, cucumber. With the ingredients inside the ceviche, pretty much the same traditional tomato, cucumber, cilantros, onions, and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Good question. Another one. Oh, here we go.
Can you use octopus?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You cook it ahead of time?
We do. Yeah, octopus. Great question. I've never actually tried to marinate octopus in lime juice and salt. We'll braise it first. Octopus, we get it, and they're big octopus, and we just braise actually the tentacles and the head, and we braise them for about an hour first, really slow. So basically, and when I'm braising the octopus, I don't put any water in the pan. I just put octopus and vegetables, and I cover it. And there's so much water in the octopus, the water actually comes out and braises itself. It's pretty incredible. I learned that from an Italian chef, who actually puts a cork in there as well. He says it adds to the flavor. I don't know about that, but yeah. So.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
What kind of oil were you using when you fried your tortillas?
Canola oil. Yeah, at the restaurant we use a mix of, we use canola oil at the restaurant, but sometimes we'll do a mix of extra virgin and canola oil. It's like 75% canola, 25% extra virgin. You don't want to use a good oil like extra virgin oil for frying because it's just, the burning point is very low and it's bitter, so.
All right, we have another question.
How long did you marinate the albacore for?
The one over here? About 3 hours.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, about 3 hours.
3 hours. Here you go.
How safe is ceviche since it's not really cooked?
It's so safe. It really is. As long as you're getting it from a reputable, supplier. We go fishing in Mexico and literally we'll catch fish, bring it on the boat, slice it up, throw lemon and tapatio, and we'll bring all the vegetables already ready to go. And we put it into the vegetables and we make tostadas before we head out in the boat and we eat it right there, out of the water. I mean, it's, there's not, it's, the thing about ceviche is just, the main thing is that it's fresh. That's the main thing. But otherwise, unless you worry about like worms and that kind of stuff, usually worms and those other kind of things are either found in oysters or in big fish. Like sometimes I'll cut into like a loin of swordfish and literally have a hole the size of that big because a worm will go through the fillet sometimes. Usually it's big game fish like swordfish, spearfish, ahi tuna, that kind of stuff. So it's very safe. It's just making sure that it's fresh. Yeah.
That's good to know. All right, another question?
Have you ever baked your tostadas instead of fried them? I do. I bake mine all the time.
Oh, you do? I don't think so. Although, when we go to... Yeah, they do. When we go to Mexico, there's this brand of tostada. It's almost like it's got rice flour in it or something. It's very crispy and different, and it's awesome. I actually have grilled them before. Just throw tostadas on the grill and let them kind of dry out, and it's a totally different experience. It's kind of a crunchier, kind of harder crunch. It's crunchier than the fried. It's not tender, and it's not greasy. Although, fried tostadas are so good.
Right? Right? All right, we have another question back here.
Regarding your aioli, you said you combine all three ingredients to let it cool, and you strain it first before blending it with the egg yolk.
With the oil itself? Yeah, so we'll basically just put the chilies and the oil first, and let them kind of toast really slowly. And you can use any chili you like. And let it get to the point where it kind of like...
What type of oil?
Hmm?
What type of oil?
Oh, canola oil. Something neutral. Canola or grapeseed's also good oil. Canola's great because it's affordable and it's very neutral. And then let it chill. Yeah, let it chill out. And then we puree it, and all the pureed chili, it separates. And we use just the top part when we're making it, unless you want specks inside the aioli, which is not a bad thing. It's just, if you want it to look cleaner, I just use the oil on top.
It doesn't affect the flavor at all, though.
No, not at all. No, I mean, I actually think it tastes better when you have the actual chili chunk, the puree, the kind of paste as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
We actually use the paste for another thing. We usually baste the octopus with the paste on the grill, and we put it on the grill, and it's like really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one more comment.
We
have a comment.
Tough guess here. Yeah.
So the comment is, so how do you think that our chef did today?
I think he's really hot, and I'd like to get his number after the show.
Wait, my wife's not here. Wait.
Yeah, you're not blushing,
Dude.
Yeah.
Take me to the green room.
Yeah, surprise. All right, we have another question. I just thought I'd throw that at you. It was good to see you smile from ear to ear. Didn't even had no idea. All right, here we go.
Speaking of hot, how about this host right here?
What are you talking about? It's not my show. But thank you. All right, go ahead.
Do you have any workout techniques that you can give us? Or?
Oh, chef? Yeah, what are your workout techniques?
Yeah.
No, do you have a favorite beer to pair with the ceviche?
First one that comes to mind is Pacifico. Yeah,
Okay.
Pacifico we have on tap. We use it for our beer batter at the restaurant. It's one of my favorites.
Do you know how many carbs are in that?
How many carbs? I don't care. Honestly, look at this, man. Come on.
Okay.
All right, great, good. All right, do we have any others? Any other? Oh, there we go. All right. This is really good, chef. You're doing a great job. You're knocking them out the park. All right, here we go. Get across right here. Excuse me. Here we go, another question.
Yes. Hi, do you think that it lasts for leftovers, or what do you recommend? Do you think only fresh,
Yeah.
or what do you recommend?
After it's with the vegetables? Yeah.
However you suggest.
Once you add the cucumbers and tomatoes on the vegetables, the salt starts kind of pulling everything out of there, and it kind of gets watery. Even after about 15 or 20 minutes, you'll see it'll kind of have a pool of like everything kind of coming out. It's fine. I mean, put it back in the refrigerator, keep it cold. It's fine. It's just not as fresh. But if you want to make it ahead of time, don't add anything to the fish. Wait till the last moment, and then pour out that like residual fish juice, and then add everything fresh. Yeah, if you can.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, that's
future
great.
chefs.
I know, right? All these questions are great. All right, here we go. We have another one. Another question. All right, hold on.
What do you cook when you're at home for your family?
Well,
Someone said macaroni and cheese.
well, I go like In-N-Out Burger, and
Yeah, you do. Woo!
you know what? I'm like such a takeout kind of guy. You know, my wife actually is an incredible cook.
Yeah, give her a round of applause
she-
back
she
there.
does a lot of the cooking. We really simple. I mean, honestly, she usually goes to Trader Joe's and brings home something, and we just do something simple. I mean, we do very simple. I'll be usually a piece of filleted fish, some sauteed spinach, or some vegetables, maybe some rice. I mean, we eat very healthy in the house, and the kids do eat the same thing as we eat. There's not like the kids' meal, and you know, so you know, we cook very simple and just healthy, you know, and it's really easy to cook healthy. I was telling Mom this. It's like, Mom, it's really easy. I mean, you get sunflower seeds and quinoa and some good grains and some greens, and it can be really good. You know, you don't only have to just buy packaged stuff. It's fun and get into it. So it's, you know, we cook a lot of them actually.
All right, we have time for one more question. Anyone have a question? Anyone? You know? Oh, I'll ask one more before I get up on here. All right. What about your ice cream place? Yeah? Oh, see? Everyone's like, yeah. Do you know what I thought about that till I said it? Okay. That's what I'm here for you.
Yeah, last time I was here, I actually had an ice cream machine on stage. It was really fun.
Nice.
I mean, just about this time of the year, corn's coming in. We make a lot of fresh corn ice cream, which is one of my favorites. And then when peach season comes, I like doing like a peach cobbler with a fresh corn ice cream. Like, so delicious and summery. I just made a batch of cucumber basil sorbet. I mean, it's really, the sky's the limit. We just made Meyer lemons. Believe it or not, I have my neighbor, we live in San Gabriel, just, you know, half an hour north, and we have Meyer lemon trees everywhere in our neighborhood, including our neighbor's tree, which we always go pick from. We just made a big batch of Meyer lemon sorbet, which we're pairing with a brown butter, almond, and berry tart with like a honey unglaze and some lavender. So very spring, and so it's, you know, I love, we use stuff from our garden, we use stuff from the neighborhood trees. You know, I've got a lot of friends that are farmers and ranchers, so, you know, whatever's in season we do. And, you know, it's not, the ice cream we make is super premium, it's not low fat, it's good stuff. I mean, yes, we do have the sorbet for those who want the lower fat. And we do soy and almond milk ice cream as well, but yeah, ice cream's fun. I mean, it's, you know, when we opened up milk, it was like, I want to make a drumstick how I want to make it.
Yeah.
This big with lots of peanuts.
Yeah. Man, I gotta go now.
Yeah.
Now I have to go. I really need to go and get some ice cream.
And to Pez Cantina.
And to Pez Cantina, am I right? Yeah? Go to Pez Cantina?
Yeah,
One more time. Please, I know.
Yeah, we can go all day, right?
Absolutely, Brett, absolutely.
One in downtown Los Angeles, if you're in the theater district or going to the Broad Museum just opened up on Grant, any of those places, we're 2 blocks away. Come say hi to us. Say hi to me when you come in. Please remind me that we met here, okay? Thank you so much.
Let's give it one more time for Chef Bret Thompson, everyone. Yep, you can learn about Chef Bret and his restaurant in downtown LA. Please visit PezCantina.com. One more time.
All right.
PezCantina.com. Give him one more round of applause, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Our Food and Wine Festival will continue all the way through May 1st. Please come back as much as you like. One more time for Chef Bret Thompson. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day at Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival.